A big shout out to past District Governor Mark Roberts, who couldn't be with us today, who arranged our speaker, and he did just a bang 'em up job. So let me get to his introduction. Our distinguished speaker has lifelong ties to Ridgway, Illinois. And upon his high school graduation, he made his way to Harvard for his undergraduate degree, followed by Vanderbilt, where he got his law degree, and additionally an advanced degree in tax law from New York University. He's a member of the law firm of Blackburn, Maloney, and Schubert, located in Decatur, Georgia, that focuses on taxation, estate planning, and agricultural law. He represents large farming operations in the southeastern and midwestern United States. He's been a Rotarian since 1980. He's also served as a Rotary International Director, Rotary International Foundation Trustee, Vice Chair, and also served in various capacities with the Council on Legislation. He chaired the 2014 Sydney Convention Committee. He also served as a Future Vision Committee Vice Chair and Vice Chair of the Rotary Peace Centers Committee, and also a member of the International Polio Plus Committee. He served as Rotary International President during the 2019-2020 year, where he presided over the very first virtual Rotary International Convention that was organized during COVID. And he emphasized the strategies to grow Rotary and increase awareness of Rotary's long-standing relationship with the United Nations. His wife, Gay, is an attorney in the same law firm and a member and past president of the Rotary Club of Decatur Daybreak in Alabama. Both support the Rotary Foundation as Paul Harris Fellows, major donors, and Bequest Society members. He and Gay have 2 daughters, 1 honorary daughter, and 2 grandsons. Would you please stand and give a warm Peoria-North welcome to past Rotary International President Mark Daniel Maloney.
Well, greetings from Alabama. My law firm is Decatur, Alabama, not Decatur, Georgia. It is my pleasure to be with the Rotary Club of Peoria-North, albeit only virtually. I bring greetings from the chair of the trustees, past Rotary International President John Germ, and all of the trustees of the Rotary Foundation. Thank you to past District Governor Ron Riggins for introducing me. I am delighted to greet Peoria-North Club President Kelly Evans, and I understand District Governor Ryan Byers may be with you today. I'm sorry to have missed Aloha Governor Mark Roberts, who had invited me for today, but who had to miss this meeting at the last minute. Now, you'll note that I referred to Mark as Aloha Governor. All of the governors of 2019-2020, the year that I was Rotary International President, are Aloha governors. And all of the club presidents are Aloha presidents, because we were going to have our convention in Honolulu, Hawaii. Of course, that did not happen, but we're going to get a second chance in 2027 when the convention has been selected to be in Honolulu. Now, as Ron mentioned, I am an Illinois native. I come from Gallatin County near the town of Ridgway, Illinois. Ridgway is one of those small Midwestern Illinois towns with less than 700 people or 800 people in population. But our claim to fame is that we claim to be the popcorn capital of the world. And each year on the second Saturday of September, we have our annual Popcorn Day. And even though I now live in Alabama, I have been the master of ceremonies for Popcorn Day for 40 years. That is not even Rotary, if I can avoid it. When I was president, I had it all worked out to be at Popcorn Day, but then that year they changed the date of Popcorn Day and I had to miss it. I tried. Anyway, it's a pleasure for me to be with you here today. November is a special month on the Rotary International calendar. This is the month when we focus on the good work of the Rotary Foundation. As a trustee of the Rotary Foundation, I am delighted to be with you today to speak about the foundation and its accomplishments. At the beginning of the 2021 Rotary Virtual International Convention last June, immediate past International President Holger Kanak quoted French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre, who once said, "Perhaps there are more beautiful times, but this is ours." This time is ours. And our time has been filled with sorrow, with change, and with challenge. But with challenge also comes opportunity. And during this difficult period, Rotarians and Rotaractors around the world have taken advantage of this opportunity. Rotary and Rotaract clubs responded to the pandemic by helping their communities with what they needed most. Rotarians in Spain and Sweden helped isolated elders with their shopping and called them regularly to combat their loneliness. Rotaractors in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, helped prevent a second wave of COVID-19 infections by distributing cleaning supplies and health information at nearby public health centers. During this Rotary year, Rotarians have applied their Rotary Foundation district and global grants to multiple pandemic efforts. For example, with their district grant, clubs in District 5240 provided food assistance to the needy, funded meals for emergency room staff, cooperated with Boys and Girls Clubs to distribute substitutes to school lunches, provided basic hygiene supplies, and supported grief counseling for widowed people. Through a global grant, the Rotary Club of Santa Barbara Sunrise, California, with international partners in Mexico, is providing a camp experience for 10 to 12-year-old children with a curriculum that focuses on the social, emotional effects of the coronavirus. Team building, anger management, and respecting others, as well as respecting nature and the planet on which we live. Now, I am going to pause just a moment to make sure the technology is working well. Are you all hearing me okay? Can somebody answer that verbally? Okay, very, very good. I'm not one of these sophisticated people that has two screens where I've got the speech on one and the video on the other. The only person I'm seeing on my screen is me, and that doesn't help me very much. So to continue on, thank you for that affirmation. Rotary members have used our decades of experience fighting polio to support local COVID-19 vaccination efforts. Throughout the United Kingdom, Rotarians volunteered at vaccination clinics. More than 12,000 Rotarians in North Carolina coordinated with local health authorities to support vaccination clinics by performing data entry, helping manage crowds, and checking residents in for their appointments. In Cobourg, Ontario, Canada, the Rotary Club there actually established and organized the vaccination clinic facility itself. And in Sri Lanka, clubs partnered with the World Health Organization and Ministry of Health to develop educational materials that encourage vaccination. The infrastructure that Rotary and our partners in the Global Polio Eradication Initiative built to fight polio persisted, even as the COVID-19 pandemic forced polio vaccination to pause for a short time. In Afghanistan, Nigeria, and Pakistan, emergency operations centers used to fight polio were repurposed to serve as coordination centers for the COVID-19 response. The logistics, networks, and systems that are needed to store, transport, and distribute vaccines are now helping fight COVID-19 in places like India, where mass immunization campaigns also provide a variety of other health screenings and treatments. This has been an important time in Rotary. As people of action, our members are problem solvers, even in the face of this pandemic. Just over 1 year ago, we received excellent news when the World Health Organization declared the African region free of wild polio virus. 5 of the WHO's 6 regions, representing more than 90% of the world's population, are now free of wild polio. This is a huge step towards global polio eradication. Building on that optimistic news, Rotary members have stayed focused on our commitment to end polio. While we were disappointed to receive the news just a few days ago of 2 additional cases of wild virus polio in Afghanistan with onset in October, before that we had experienced 9 months without a case of polio anywhere in the world. So we are clearly on the right track. In 2021, so far there have been only 4 cases of wild virus polio, 3 in Afghanistan and 1 in Pakistan. Despite that setback, one piece of good news is that the Taliban are now permitting door-to-door immunization in Afghanistan so that polio workers are able to reach into areas of the country that have been inaccessible for years. We are definitely on course to eradicate only the 2nd disease in the history of the world. To build on the success of the large-scale effort to eradicate polio, the trustees have instituted a new type of large-scale grant with a commitment of $2 million for one such grant each year. The Rotary Foundation awarded its first multi-million-dollar Programs of Scale grant to Partners for a Malaria-Free Zambia, a member-led program that will use proven methods to respond to cases of malaria and aims to reduce the incidence of malaria by 90% in 10 target districts in 2 provinces of Zambia. Reaching 1.3 million people, it will advance the nationwide strategy championed by the Zambia National Malaria Elimination Center. The Rotary Foundation, World Vision US, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation each have given $2 million for this effort, for a total funding of $6 million. Through our newest area of focus, the environment, Rotarians and Rotaractors can support activities that strengthen the conservation and protection of natural resources, advance ecological sustainability, and foster harmony between communities and the environment. Our members and program participants have been protecting the environment for years, saving pollinating monarch butterflies from extinction, helping herders earn income while producing grasslands, and raising awareness about the effects of plastic on the environment, and even more. Rotary members can now apply for grants specifically for projects that protect the environment. In late February, in Kampala, Uganda, 15 Rotary Peace Fellows gathered at Makerere University for the inaugural session of Rotary's newest Peace Center. The one-year professional development certificate program includes a 2-week online preliminary course, a 10-week on-site course with field studies, a 9-month implementation period for a social change initiative, and an on-site capstone seminar. And in some of the most exciting news of last Rotary year, the Otto and Fran Walter Foundation has pledged $15.5 million to the Rotary Foundation to start a Rotary Peace Center in the Middle East or North Africa. The new center will offer a professional development certificate program focused on peace building and development issues in the region. This generous gift from the Walter Foundation will fund the center's startup costs and operating expenses, as well as an endowment that will provide peace fellowships in perpetuity for up to 40 students to study there each year. As requests for district grant funding have remained stable compared to recent years, demand for global grants continued to grow significantly. During 2020-2021, the Rotary Foundation awarded 2,066 global grants, a more than 50% increase over the prior year's total of 1,359 grants. More than $130 million were allocated to global grants last Rotary year. But despite the pandemic, Rotarians faithfully continue to support the Rotary Foundation financially. In 2020-2021, Rotarians and others contributed a total of $440.9 million, substantially exceeding our $410 million fundraising goal. What a significant accomplishment in these challenging times. And the Rotary Club of Peoria-North is one of the significant supporters of our Rotary Foundation. In the 2019-2020 Rotary year, Peoria-North Rotarians contributed a total of $36,000 to the annual fund for a per capita giving record of $242 per member. Although those numbers slipped during this last pandemic year, the Rotary Club of Peoria-North regularly leads the district in giving to the annual fund and total giving to the foundation. I encourage you to keep up your support of the foundation. None of the good work of the foundation that I've described here today, or the thousands of other projects, happen without the financial contributions of Rotarians. It is important for every Rotarian every year, to support the annual fund of the foundation so that the outstanding projects of the foundation can continue. Please continue giving to the annual fund. Every Rotarian in your club, make that contribution of at least $100 so that your club can be recognized as an Every Rotarian Every Year club. And as you're making your contributions, don't forget an extra contribution to the Polio Plus Fund. I stated we're down to only 4 cases so far this year. It would be a shame for us, after 35 years of this effort to eradicate polio, to abandon the cause when we are this close to success. The support of every Rotarian and every Rotary Club is needed, both for the annual fund and for the Polio Plus Fund. But I thank you for your support for our Rotary Foundation in the past and the support that I know you will continue in the future. I began this address by speaking about challenges. This year's Rotary International President, Shekhar Mehta, reminds us that life is about adventure and not just maintenance. A ship is safe in the harbor, but that is not what ships are meant for. They need to go out into the dangers of the high seas. As Rotarians, we too must accept the challenges that lie ahead and serve to change lives. I thank you very much for this opportunity to be with you today, and I would be happy to address any questions that there might be. Thank you.